This is getting even more fascinating as to what is happening regarding Russell Brand. It's bigger than anything you can see, and it's more complicated than anything anybody wants to admit. It's not just about going after Russell Brand. That's not it. It's about they're going after you and us and them and everybody. It's this free for all. It is a witch hunt. And that doesn't mean a witch hunt doesn't involve a witch. This is what people don't understand. Russell Brand is a skeevy, skanky, slimy, perhaps rapacious, vile, felonious, violent, sexually inappropriate, disgusting, and everybody knew it. He told people this. It was his act. It's what he did. It's what he did. And they knew this. It's like in the old days, if somebody were to go to one of these debauched, I hate to say it, but the days of, these Led Zeppelin stories, and if you believe this and what they did, and if you walk into this, and what they did is wrong, but you did this, you went there knowing what these people do, knowing what the reputation is. You see, what people don't understand, and what Russell Brand is bringing to the fore here, is he can take the stand and say, I didn't pick any of these people up off the street. I didn't pull anybody into a van. They came to me. This was consensual. And whether she's 16 and groomed, it's legal. It's legal under the rules of the UK. And I may be a skeeve, but her mother brought her. This defies anything you've ever heard. And then the latest. This kills me. This is a story. Tim Ballard's departure from Operation Underground Railroad follows sexual misconduct investigation. Operation Underground Railroad is dedicated to combating sexual abuse and does not tolerate sexual harassment or discrimination by anyone. The guy who is in Sound of Freedom, him, presumed innocent. I don't know what the story is. Are they setting him up too? Is this another example of these people going after? Because they hated the Sound of Freedom. They hated it. Remember, they were conspiracy theorists. We're going to get to this, my friends. We're going to get to this. There's so much to, I'm not going to say unpack. I hate that phrase. I hate it. Like you cannot believe. But let me tell you something right now. I want you to know one thing. I want you to know one thing and one thing only. That I want you to subscribe to this channel, like the video. Please join us. Join us and let the world know that you do this. And right now is the time for you. If you've ever thought, if you said, you know what, this makes sense. Emergency food, yes, I'm going to do it. Winter's coming. God knows what. Now is a perfect time to save $200 off a 3-month emergency food kit. Go to preparewithlionel.com. See what we're talking about, and you will say, oh, I don't know what people think it is. Banana chips and dry macaroni. That ain't it. With a 25-year shelf life, this is like nothing you've ever seen. It's 120 pounds of food in 6 buckets that are water resistant, in pouches that are reusable with oxygen absorbers. 21 flavors, breakfast, lunch, dinners, snacks, drinks. It's like nothing else. Free delivery. Do it now while this special lasts. Save $200 off a 3-month emergency food kit. 3 months. And here's the thing. You should have one of these per person in your home. It's emergency food, preparewithlionel.com. That's where you go, preparewithlionel.com. All right, dear friends, let me tell you what's going on here. And this absolutely blows my mind. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I can't believe. First, I've got to say, what is happening to us? Who are these people? Why are we seeing this? The Tim Ballard case? Dear God, let this be. Did you see this? Let this be false. Let this be false. The people who have devoted their lives, this movie, Sound of Freedom, they're going to stop. This is going to kill the funding. It's going to kill everything. And if all of this is true, it's his fault. If it's true, unless, like people think in the case of Russell Brand, it was just contrived and whatever. Do you think these things, do you think these people, do you think these cases, do you honestly think these people really, really come out of nowhere and they're just attacked out of the blue? Do you think that? Do you think any of these people will say, I swear to God, I don't know who these people are. This never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you think that's happening in the case of Russell Brand? Do you think that remains even the slightest bit possible? Because that's the way people are asking. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just rusty rockets, and they're saying this. Why? Because I came clean about COVID. I came clean about vaccines. I came clean about Trump. I'm just another Joe Rogan. And then, oh my God, then Andrew Tate says, you're one of us now. I'm one of you. Don't say that. Rusty's, I don't know. Look, I know Russell Brand may be one thing, but Andrew Tate, I don't get that guy at all. Stay away from him. What are you, nuts? He hasn't said anything, God, thank God. But everybody is pulling away from him. All of his promotions. Tavistock, I think his media company, Tavistock, interesting. Tavistock. They're saying, well, we're done. We gotta be through with this. And then we're hearing all these people who say, oh, yes, as a matter of fact, he was terrible. Oh, I remember him. Yes. Oh, he was awful. And we were acting as his pimp. And yes, and BBC knew about this, and he knew about this. And Saxgate. Remember the fellow who played Manuel in Faulty Towers? They did this where they got on the phone and were making jokes about having had or done his granddaughter. I mean, what? Imagine there's a big table, and every time there's a new issue, I have a shot glass I put on the table upside down. And then first one I'm going to say is, what is the matter with men today? What is the matter? Where is their fear of losing their job? Where is their fear? Pretty soon you can see shot glasses everywhere. Where is their fear of this? Back to Tim Ballard. This kills me. When I think of the work that what Mrs. L does and what this is from Vice. Tim Ballard's excerpt from Operation Underground Railroad earlier this year followed an investigation into claims of sexual misconduct involving 7 women, according to sources with direct knowledge of the organization. Sources familiar with the situation said that the self-styled anti-slavery activist, who appears to be preparing for a Senate run, invited women to act as his, quote, wife on undercover overseas missions ostensibly aimed at rescuing victims of sex trafficking. He would then allegedly coerce those women into sharing a bed or showering together, claiming that it was necessary to fool traffickers. Ballard, who was played by Jim Caviezel in the hit film Sound of Freedom, is said to have sent at least one woman a photo of himself in his underwear, festooned with fake tattoos, and to have asked another how far she was willing to go, in the words of a source. Okay, is this true? The total number of women involved is believed to be higher than 7. Is that would only account for employees, not contractors or volunteers. One source close to Operation Underground Railroad has detailed knowledge of Ballard making sexual advances to a volunteer using methods similar to those he allegedly used with his own employees. Okay. I give up. What? Forget Russell Brand. If this is true, what this has done to people who have spent their life, their focus, thanking God that there was this movie about this man? And they said, well, you know, he's come under attack because of his connections with Trump. Is that it? Tell me this isn't true. Tell me this is fake. Tell me this isn't true. Tell me. Tell me. It's unreal. Unreal. I don't even know how to phrase it anymore. I don't know how to say it. Now, a while back, you may not know this, but there was a fellow named Charlie Rose. And Charlie Rose apparently was removed from his position with CBS or his own particular show because he was a real lech and would invite women over and would be scantily clad, if not nude, and everybody knew it. I knew it, and I didn't even work there. Everybody knew about Charlie Rose. Then Matt Lauer. Matt Lauer, infamous. Matt Lauer was, what are you talking about? Matt Lauer, who had a lock on his door, supposedly. I mean, I'm not going to go through the allegations of what he did. You think to yourself, don't these people know they're going to get caught? Or maybe they don't get caught. Maybe the number of people who don't get caught is bigger than anything you can imagine. Now, let's go back to Russell Brand, and we're going to go back and forth and back and forth and back. I can't believe the women who basically are saying, I don't believe it. It's almost like they're saying they don't believe the women who were saying what's going on. Well, I don't. I stand behind him. What does that mean? What does it mean you stand behind him? You're saying it's unfair? It's not true? It's fake? What are you standing behind? What precisely are you standing behind? Tell me. What is it you are standing behind? Does this make any sense to you? Does this make any sense to anybody? I don't understand this. Does this make any sense? You're standing behind somebody? And because what? That doesn't mean you support what he's saying. Okay. You support his bravery. Okay. You support his thoughts on COVID or government or whatever. Okay. Gotcha. But when you're saying you stand behind him, are you saying you don't believe these women? And if what they're saying is true, does that bother you? Or do you say, well, I don't understand that. When you say you stand behind him, what does that mean? Stand behind what he says or stand behind him because you think, no, that didn't happen. He's only been telling people this for the whole time. But now let me switch it again. Here's the problem. Imagine he's on the stand. And if he says, Mr. whatever, yes. Mr. Brand, did you force yourself on her? Force? Yeah. That's the way we liked it. That's the way we did it. How many times do you think, ever been intimate with this woman? Oh, let's assume he says it 20 times, 30, I don't know. And then every time, did she come to see you? Yes, she came to see me. Okay. And one of the reasons why she was upset when she left was you were in bed with another woman, right? Yes. So she was upset by that. She felt, I don't know what, jealous or who knows. And in the case of the 16-year-old girl, by the way, did you see these two presenters in the UK? Oh my God, they were at it. It was great TV. This is a young woman who says, I'm for my business. He's grooming. Grooming? I think he's a little late. Grooming? This is a 16-year-old girl who went over there knowing exactly what's going on in a country where that's the age of consent. And her mother knew about it and even said, make sure he knows your age. And then brought her over there just to make sure. And then and then everybody now is saying, oh, I know all about it. Russell Brand now. I think, wait a minute. I'm not standing up for him. But I'm thinking, where the hell have you been? He's been doing this the whole time. Why now are you all of a sudden so shocked? And if he took the stand and said, did you do this? And I don't want to go into detail, but if you know this thing with a 16-year-old, yeah, it happened. Sure. That's the way we did it. It was role playing. I'll tell you what else we did. We did this, and this. How many times? I don't know, 20, 30. This is somebody I knew. This is somebody we had. This was a consensual bed mate, so to speak. That's what this is. That's what we're talking about right now. That's the issue. And the bottom line of all this, the bottom line of all of this is that there is no absolute, you're right, you're wrong, but there's something else. He's not a Ted Bundy, but he's this, I don't want to say a scallawag, a rake. I don't know what you want to call it. He did this on purpose. He did this in the open. He did this repeatedly. He did this for years. They knew all about him. And now they're just going crazy, finding new ways to just attack him. Fine, attack him. But he's been doing this. Where have you been? That doesn't make it right. That doesn't excuse him. Again, do you understand? You see what I'm saying? It's not what you think. It's in that. Nobody's at fault. It's not their, how do I say this? It's not their fault, so to speak. Let me tell you something. This is incredible. And what is amazing more to me than anything else is how we have this guy. We've got Hunter Biden, who was worse than any of this. Because we don't even know what's involved in that actual, laptop and the like. So my question to you is simply this. Do you stand behind him? Stand behind what? Are you behind him? Do you support him? Support what? Support him beating the rap? What exactly do you support? What is it that you support? What is it that I don't understand this? I am asking people, why are you so, what do you like about him? I didn't know you were such a big fan. Well, I mean, he speaks the truth, but he's saying what everybody knows. Yeah, but still, it's strange. And then there was a good story in Drudge today that shows that this is all conspiracy theories. Oh, they love this. That the conspiracy theory set are saying he's being set up. He's being set up specifically by what he says and what he knows and what he believes, and that these sick, weird folks actually think this, that they believe this, that this is their thing. Let me tell you something right now. I've tried to tell people this, and it's for naught. But it goes like this. This is one of the most important cases that has so much to do with our society, where we're going, what's happening to men. We have people talking about men who have low testosterone. This is what people are talking about. This doesn't seem to bother them. I guess maybe they think this is manly or something. They only talk about men in terms of low testosterone. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. The most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. And I don't even know where to even go from here. And the Tim Ballard thing is so, this is the part. Please let this be fake and phone. Please let this be a story that's completely manufactured. Because if what this guy did, after all the people that believed in him, all the people that went to that movie, all the people who were so behind this, who spread it on and bought tickets for other people, all of how they thought, finally somebody's speaking for us. Finally somebody is speaking our tune, our message. Finally, for those kids, we've got a hero, a guy who went there to try to, whatever the story. And then you got Caviezel, who went through more grief because of the Mel Gibson thing. And he plays this character. And then this. What is happening? If it's true, same thing with Russell Brand. He's presumed innocent, even over there. Everybody's presumed innocent. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's the strangest thing. And people go back and forth. Remember the story of Trump and the E. Jean Carroll. If you believe her, if you believe what the jury did, apparently, this was one of the most bizarre things that has ever happened. Now, Dusty Saddles, Stormy Daniels, she was just a hooker, and she doesn't care about anything. I don't even know what the hell she's suing for. I have no earthly idea. But this is all. And then we also have another one too. Again, this Lauren Boebert, this twit, who is going to be thrown out. She won by this much, and she's playing grab ass in Beetlejuice with vaping with a pregnant woman. She's a congressperson. Then again, speaking of Congress, we have a senator who's walking around like he's doing yard work, and that's okay because he doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, this world of ours. And last night, you've got Joe walking around. He has no idea where he is. And he's going to be releasing and signing off on having our national parks house these people. It's just, this world is falling apart. And where's the F-35? I don't know. A plane. I don't know where it is. This is La La Land. And I keep thinking back, and everybody's worrying about low testosterone. That's their version of why we've got a manhood problem, a manliness, a masculinity problem. Is because of low. We're not aggressive enough. Is this aggressive enough for you? You like this? Is that good? Bet you his T was up, huh? Huh? You like that? We are demented. I'm disgusted. Disgusted by everybody, everything. I don't know. And I don't know. I knew people had a hard time understanding things. And I knew people had a hard time in understanding how to, how do I say this? I know people really weren't kind of with it or were kind of strange, but I've never seen anything I'm seeing right now. And I'm seeing the elections right around the corner. And nobody seems to be paying attention as to what that's about. But we're somehow behind Russell Brand. Behind him. Yay. It's incredible. Incredible. Do me a favor. I was going to say pray, but I don't even know what that means anymore because I don't think that's doing much good. I really don't. Okay, dear friends, don't forget our great friends, our supporters, our great folks at preparewithlionel.com. And also remember this. I already told you that one. This one. Yes, mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. Mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. The best. No shenanigans with him. Mike Lindell, a Patriot's Patriot. Go to mypillow.com, promo code Lionel, or call 800-645-4965. And just enjoy some of the greatest pillows and percales and items to luxuriate that you could ever imagine. And also, please go right now to follow Lynn's Warriors on Twitter and on YouTube at Lynn's Warriors. Go there right now and sign up and subscribe. All right, dear friends, we'll see you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel, 8 a.m. Until then, remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Ta-ta.